one question I think might come up, and it's what exactly. So you set the meeting up, you get the right size table. I like that. That's a great tip. But then it's you get a nice spot, you get some meal, maybe some coffee. But what do you think about agenda items? What do you think are maybe the most critical discussion topics that people should be diving into in these meetings time?
Well, I'll tell you how you create happy inheritors. You start with a family meeting, the first one, that is designed to produce a positive experience. So that at the end of the first meeting, people go, that actually wasn't not bad. It was actually fun. It was actually productive. And so a good example would be mom and dad gathering their children for family meeting number 1 to talk about the selection of an executive. How is that going to end bad? You're going to end up with a room with people going, well, I really appreciate being consulted because that's going to impact me. And as it turns out, no one in the family feels capable or necessarily wants to do that job. So really great to have gathered and made the decision to hire a public trustee, a professional trustee. Great. What's next? And that's what happens. Family goes, that was great. What's next? What's next? When's the next one? And so I think moving down the line from selection of executor to up, I've seen family meetings where they just simply all bring their wills, power of attorney, and healthcare, and they just share their documents up and down. I mean, there are families where they're getting their 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old children organized. They come to the meeting with their documents and they share them. This is a highly productive, high-performance family. And remember, wills often deal with percentages. So early on in the family meeting discussions, they can be sharing estate planning documents, but not necessarily numbers, right? So down the line, and the last item that a family would deal with would be the disclosure of dollar amounts. This is, if I died tomorrow, this is what you would get. So that people are, that is after a long process of discovery.
I actually thought the first topic was who gets the business. So this is blowing my mind. That's a real just taking a small bite off something that could be quite complicated. And just sort of saying something like, hey, let's bring our documents, or who should the executor be? That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's you can manage that, and you won't damage Thanksgiving dinner.
I think actually a lot. I think what I'm describing, what you just described, is actually creating a pathway for families to actually have really, really fun social events without all of this stuff in the back of their mind flipping around, who's getting all the politicking and jockeying around relationships and family dynamics. All of that stuff just gets swept away because it's dealt with. And then family can be family. There are families that have accumulated significant wealth that are scratching their head thinking, we have so much to be grateful for, but why do our family get-togethers feel so complicated and stressful? Well, it's because they haven't done the work. They haven't answered the question, who gets what, when, and how. And so it allows to percolate in the family culture, and the family is weighed down by this. I always say the first casualty of estate planning is perspective. Yeah. What is estate planning? It's the division of surplus wealth, typically at death. Nice problem to have. There are many families where there is nothing at the estate level, right? So part of what these family meetings are doing is really clearing the way for families to function without worrying about financial matters. It's a great gift to give parents, it's a great gift to give themselves, it's a great gift to give the rising generation, whether that's children, adult children, or grandchildren.